Hey guys, Trinae here, and I am here to show you a new project that I just finished creating. It is a set of fall tags, and I made these for the tag swap that is hosted by Tamika Miller over at Scrap the World. Now, since I was already making tags, I thought, it'd be fun to kill two birds with one stone. Not that I kill birds with stones. I'm not about that life. I respect the birds. But I figured that I wanted to answer a craft tag that is being put on by Danny over at Pop Fizz Paper, Serena over at Serena Be Creative, and Sabrina Ann over at the Sabrina Ann channel. Now, they came up with a craft tag that contains questions that you answer about your favorite craftiness, if that's a word. If not, hey, I made it up. I want credit for it. Just kidding. But yeah, so I made this stamp set using 3 products from Lawn Fawn. Their Jump for Joy stamp set, their Ready Set Snow stamp set, and their fall collection of plaid papers. So as you can see, it's cool because the tag is a shaker. So you can see the little leaves in there moving around. There you go. It shakes, which I think is just adorable. But also, you can send this as it is, as a card or as, a greeting. You can write your message on the back right here. But once your recipient receive it, they can take this part off, slide out the tag, and they will have a tag that they could use for a gift that they would probably, send to someone else if they wanted to, or they can use it as a little fall ornament on their wreath in front of their house. The back, if they use it as a tag, has a to from, and it features the Lawn Fawn plaid paper set for the fall, which I think is just adorable. I love the colors. And yeah, it's just a really cute little shaker, card, tag. It's a little bit of everything. So I'm going to jump in and show you guys how I made it. Okay, so question number 1 is, what is your favorite type of craft? And that's that's a really hard one for me. Just because I'm kind of like, I fall into that almost like a jack of all trade. I can tell you my least favorite craft, which is knitting and crocheting. That's the one thing I wasn't really able to do that I tried. But if I had to pick a top 3, I would definitely say paper crafting, 1, because you can do so much with paper, and I love doing upholstery. That would be my 2nd, and my 3rd would be making mandalas with yarn. So those would be my top 3. Those are the 3 things I do most often. All right. So question number 2 is, are you a project lifer, planner girl, scrapbooker, etc., etc.? And I kind of do all 3, but I don't do them necessarily. I don't do project life that much, but I do like to do my goal settings for like my month, for like the different months or the year in the pockets, kind of like a vision board, but not that small. I can keep up with it if it's small, and I keep it in my happy planner, which sort of makes me a planner girl, but I don't do like the traditional planning in that planner. It's more so for self-care. And like I have a couple of videos that shows how I use my happy planner, and I also do scrapbooking, just just like regular scrapbooking. So I guess that's how I would answer that question. The 3rd question is, what is a craft you want to try? I would like to try like glass blowing. I think that's what they call it, where they have like the hot glass and they blow it and then they twirl it in the fire. I wouldn't mind trying that. It looks like fun. I guess I should find somewhere that offers like doing that, or that you can visit to see like different artists do it. Um, so yeah, that's a craft I would like to try. The next question is, what is the one tool you would recommend to a friend? Um, oh man, that's hard. I would say, get a good set of either markers or colored pencils, like Copic markers or either the Prismacolor pencils. Um, I'm personally one that just I rather save up and just splurge on the item instead of getting like a lesser grade. I rather just get the good stuff and well save up to get the good stuff, but I guess you can craft with anything. So yeah, that's something I would recommend. I would probably recommend Copics over color pencils just because I like Copics more. Well, I can't say that because sometimes I go over my Copics with color pencils. I don't know. I guess I would say choose between get you some sort of just coloring medium and be whatever you prefer. Get a coloring medium, whether it's pencils or crayons or markers or whatever. So yeah, that would be the tool. Next question is, what is your favorite crafting technique? Um, I really like stamping, and yeah, I really like stamping, and I get a lot of my stamps from either Lawn Fawn or Simon Says Stamps. I have more of those than I think any other brand. But yeah, I really like stamping images and coloring them in. So that would be that technique. The next one is show a crafty fail. Well, since I am showing you how I make these tags, I'm gonna put the link in where you can see a craft fail of mine. But I will tell you about it, and it was like a painting that I was making, and it was something I saw on Pinterest, which how Pinterest projects can go either way, and I had came up with the idea of making this painting based on the image I saw, and I had stayed up late taping everything, painting it, doing all this stuff, and I ran out of tape. And I mean, this was one of those times where I was like super focused. So it was like midnight, and I told my husband I need some tape. I'll be back. I'm going to Walmart. And of course he was like, "Well, I'll go with you if it can't wait till tomorrow." And I went and got the tape, and I taped everything, finished painting it, and got ready to take the tape off. And this is probably at like 2 in the morning by now. And the paint peeled up with the tape, and the whole project was ruined. And I was so upset, and I think this might have been the first time he saw me have like a mini tantrum. I think this might have been the first time he thought to himself, I married a crazy person because I took some scissors and I stabbed the canvas and threw it out the window. And I was just like, I'm going to sleep. Which I guess I get weird when I'm sleep deprived. And he went and snapped the picture the next morning, and like it was one of those things where you wake up kind of embarrassed because you just flipped out over like some foolishness. So yeah, that was my crafty fail. And like I said, I'll link the blog post. I think I still have it up on the blog where you could see it. If not, I'll attach a picture at the end so you could just see the picture he snapped. All right, so the next question: what crafty thing can you not get enough of? And I would say it's a tie between paper and stamps. And to me, they kind of go together. So I'm going to count that as one. I know that's kind of cheating a little bit. But you need the paper to go with the stamps. because sometimes you like the paper piece and it makes everything pretty. So that would be yeah, that's two things I can't get enough of. Well, I'm just really cheating on this. I cannot be decisive when it comes to crafting. It's too hard. So the next question. What's one crafty trend you wish would be over already? Uh I would have to say, you guys are probably gonna get mad at me, but I hate doilies. Like, and everybody in papercraft use them with like flip books and scrapbooks, and I just don't like doilies. Like, I don't even like the word doily. It just, I don't know. It's just like, ugh. I'm not big on shabby chic, so maybe that's why. But I don't know, when I think like the doily trend, just make me think of like old time deep south Georgia, sitting on a porch, like getting bit by mosquitoes, drinking tea. I don't know. It just, I don't know. I don't like doilies, and I don't really like them in in different crafting projects. But everybody uses them, and every time I see somebody that's like, and I'm gonna grab a doily, and I'm like, ugh, you could have did without it. But okay, that's my rant. All right. Next question. If you could pick only one thing besides paper to use for the rest of your crafting years, what would it be? I would choose my Cricut machine, probably, just because it you can do so much with it. Like, I could make different projects. I can you know cut out different shapes. I can come up with scrapbook layouts. You can pretty much do almost everything with the Cricut machine, and I've been using Cricut since I want to say 2008, 2009. Whenever they came out with that first one, I had it, and I have the Explorer, and it's one thing I love. And you can now with the Explorer, you can cut almost anything with it. So that's what I would choose. All right, next question is, what is your favorite product line of all time? Ooh, that's super hard. If I don't know, this probably is not like a line, but as a brand, I really love Lawn Fawn. They, to me, their stamps and their papers and their inks, everything coordinates very well. And even this tag that I'm making now uses like pretty much all of Lawn Fawn's product. They have like a kind of like a cartoony vibe, and that's kind of my style. And their colors are kind of bright, and all their images are like very cheerful. So I really like their stuff. If I'm choosing a paper line, then I would probably choose the Indigo Hills Pink Fresh Studios collection. I said that backwards. The Pink Fresh Studios Indigo Hills collection. Yeah. It's a really beautiful collection, and I really, really love it. So that's if I'm talking about paper. But brand wise, it would be Lawn Fawn. Next question. Which crafty designer would you invite over to a crafting party? Ooh. It would probably be um it would probably be Elsie and Emma from A Beautiful Mess. And I know it says designer, but they kind of go together. You know, it's both of their brand. They both work together, and they're sisters. I'm pretty sure you've heard of A Beautiful Mess. It's like the blog that started all crafting blogs. But I don't know. I don't know. Me and Elsie seem like we could be friends. Like, she has a bang, and well, she has bangs, and I like bangs. Although I've let mine grown out right now, and I know that's crazy to to um to base we could be friends on a hairstyle. But I don't know. We also got other stuff in common. We both like crafting, So I would invite her over. She seems like she would be a lot of fun, and she seems really sweet and sincere whenever she does her videos or when they come up with projects. She seems really nice. All right, so last question. Your crafty goals for 2016. I would say my goals for this year probably would be to be more consistent with posting my projects. I go through crafting spells where like sometimes I don't mind like setting up the video camera and recording, and then sometimes I just want it to be personal and to myself. But I want to be more consistent with how often I do record the projects that I do. And that would be probably like I would consider maybe a short-term goal, long-term goal wise. And I know it didn't ask that. It just asked 2016, which is almost over. But long-term goal, I want to create. I want to open a arts and craft community center, and I want to open it in like low-income areas. Throughout Atlanta, just because Atlanta's changing a little bit, so it may not be directly in Atlanta, but I want to give like inner city youth and just even adults a creative outlet, and just to introduce them to different crafting projects, just exposure, just because I grew up inner city, and my family, I didn't come from money. We working class, right off of Bankhead, extended family living in one house type of thing. And like I've said before, I didn't find out about scrapbooking until I was grown, like in my 20s. And it's something I really enjoy. And the schools, like, they just didn't support the arts. And I think I took art 1 quarter in high school, and I loved it, but it was like, okay, you took it, that's it. There's nothing else for you to take. You're done with your arts. Go take this science class or this math class every year that you really could care less about. So that would be like my long-term craft or creative goal. All right. So now that I've said that, that is the end of all of the questions for this tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this type of post. Let me know below in the comments, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, then thank you so much for spending this time with me. And if you like what you saw, hit subscribe and join the weirdness or the creativeness. I think I want to use that. Join the creativeness. Ooh, that sounds good. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.